Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing the Honest Booktuber tag. And I will start out this tag by honestly saying I was not tagged in this. I thought for sure I was, and I prepped all my questions because I'd been tagged in it. And then when I was getting ready to make it, I was going to go back and make sure that I was crediting the right person. So I went to the video where I was tagged and realized I was not tagged by that person. So I was like, oh, it must have been this other person. And I went to their video where they did it and I was not tagged in theirs. So I was not tagged in this, but somehow I thought that I was, and so I prepped the questions and now I'm doing it, which is fine. You don't have to be tagged to do a tag, but I just thought it was very funny because I thought I'd been tagged. So that is my first honest confession. Number 1, have you ever lied about reading a book? No, I don't think I have ever lied about reading a book. Definitely not on my YouTube channel, and I'm pretty positive not in real life either. There have been a couple times in real life for sure, and at least once on my channel where I might have actually like padded a review because I felt really bad not liking a book. There's one book in particular that I'm thinking of. I did not lie, like I did not say, oh, this book was amazing when I really didn't like it, but I definitely said a lot more positive things when I truly didn't like it. And at the end of the day, like I always want to be, like all books have positives, even if they're ones that I don't necessarily like. And I really try to always take the time to find those positives because they are there. Even if it's not my cup of tea or my preferred thing, there's always positives. But there's one book in particular, and like even when I think about it, I'm like, oh, I don't like how that makes me feel. And so it's very good reflection that I'm like, okay, I don't want to do that again. I would rather be honest and say 100% like this book wasn't for me, and here's the things I like. Just thinking in general about wanting to make sure that I am being authentic on my channel and that I'm not getting caught up in, oh, like, I don't know, what are people going to think about my thoughts about this book or, you know, X, Y, or Z, because I believe so strongly in authenticity and using my voice and other people being able to be authentic to them and use their voices. So yeah, I thought that was kind of a very thought-provoking question. And yeah, just thinking about ways to bring authenticity to my channel, I feel like overall I do accomplish that and I am pleased with my channel. I'm pleased with being myself and reading what I want to read and sharing my opinions. I have wanted to do more classic books and possibly some banned books, and I think those are the ones that make me nervous because those are the ones where I was like, oh, I don't want my opinions to sound silly. Or, you know, there's people who like for classic books, like you have to have like very deep and philosophical thoughts on classics or all of these things. And so yeah, those are things that like I want to do. And I've done a couple classics, but it makes me nervous. And I know that's a me thing. Like if people are going to be mean, they're going to be mean, but like no one has on my channel. So it's just a me thing. It's something that I am concerned about. So yeah, I think this question was good in thinking about authenticity and what I would like to do with my channel and what might be holding me back from that. Have you ever avoided a book because of controversy around the content or author? So growing up, I would say yes, a lot of times. I have said before that I grew up in a religious cult, so there were a lot of books that I was not allowed to read growing up because of the controversy. There were a lot of things that we avoided, whether it had people with different theological viewpoints than we did, or fiction that at the time I would have considered inappropriate, or I don't know, things like that. There were a lot of things, even like a lot of the really popular books from when I was a kid, I was not allowed to read. More recently, I had to stop and think about it. Have I avoided books because of the controversy? There was a book a handful of months ago that I checked out from the library, and after checking it out, I was just watching videos on BookTube, as one does, and the person in the video was saying that this author had been accused multiple times of plagiarism. And so that is a time where I returned the book without reading it because I didn't want to be involved in anything like that. I don't want to support an author that has credible plagiarism claims. To be fair, like I came home and I did a little bit of digging into it, but it's not like I did a deep dive. It's not like I can say for sure, oh yes, he plagiarized. But at the same time, like I'm not getting close to that. I don't want to. So I would say overall though, I don't avoid books that have viewpoints or whatnot that I disagree with. I think that there is a lot of benefit in reading things that I disagree with, or even things that might have controversial viewpoints. Oftentimes I will shift my thinking as I read it. Oftentimes I don't, but I feel like almost always I end the book with a renewed understanding of the humanity in people. But I recognize like there's different types of controversy and there's different, there's different levels, I would say. So yeah, I feel like that could be a very nuanced question as well. Question 3, have you ever been sent a book for free and not disclosed it? No, I have not. I have always been very conscientious of always disclosing when I got a book for free. Question 4, have you ever bought a book with no intention of reading it? I don't think so. I've never bought a book knowing that I didn't want to read it, but I have bought many a book over the years of my life that has ended up sitting on a shelf for a very long time and or never been read. The glamour of grammar, if that rings any bells. Yeah, I feel like always when I buy a book, I have intentions of reading it, especially now because I am very picky about buying books. I don't often buy books for myself. Most of my reading I do through the library. I love my library. And when I do actually buy a book, it is always with extensive preparation and research and planning that it's a book that I know that I want to keep. Question 5, have you ever got caught up in BookTube drama? Thankfully, no. I have only seen love and kindness and camaraderie on BookTube, and I am so thankful. I love the little corner of YouTube that I'm on. Number 6, have you ever had a hate comment and did you respond? Again, thankfully, no. I have had some comments where people have disagreed with my reviews, but that's fine. Everyone's gonna have different opinions and no one book will appeal to every person on the planet. And I enjoy discussion on books. I enjoy having different opinions. I think that's one of the beautiful aspects of reading, and I like seeing that on my channel. As long as any disagreement is kind and done in good faith, I'm fine with that. Number 7, have you ever made a video just because you knew it would get views? No, but I have definitely attempted to figure out the YouTube algorithm, but it's very confusing and frustrating and complicated. I have definitely done things to try to help make it easier to get views with working on my thumbnails or editing or audio or all of those pieces to help. And I'm realizing how often I've said in this video, so hopefully that is not as common as it feels like it is right now. I've made videos hoping to get views, but I've never made videos for the views, if that makes sense. And I remember when Ellen from Ellen Made Book Club did this tag, she was talking about how that's in one way, that's kind of the point. We wouldn't make videos if we didn't want anyone to see them. We are making them for views. We want to have viewers. And I love that she pointed out that every view is a person. We're not just making it for this void, it's for people and connecting with people. So I think there's a difference between, yes, I've made videos for views, but I've never made a video oh, this is not something true to myself, or I'm making this up for views or in the hopes of going viral, or it's something that's not authentic to me or my channel. I've never made a video that didn't feel genuine, just in the hopes of getting more views. I have made videos that I hope will do well. I've made videos that I hope will appeal to my audience, but yeah, not just for the ambiguous views. And also, there have been videos where I was okay, I think this one might do well, and then it doesn't. And there have been videos where I was oh, I don't know, or that I didn't think would do well, and then they did. So honestly, who knows at this point? I just want to make videos that I want to make and that are fun, and hopefully they will reach people, and hopefully they will do well. But also, it's not I'm not trying to go viral. Question 8, if you could go back to the beginning of your channel, would you do anything differently? Good question. I don't think so. I feel like every video and title and thumbnail has taught me something. My cat keeps trying to get my hair tie on my desk because he likes to bat it off the desk and then play with it on the carpet. So I keep having to move it. I feel like I've learned various elements of video editing and creating thumbnails and learning from other booktubers and figuring out how much I want to script my videos or not script, or have bullet points or not, how much I want to prep, and all of those things. It's all been part of the process and part of my channel. Question 9, are there any channels you wish you could be more like? Another great question. I would say yes and no. No, in the sense that I don't want to change who I am. I don't want to change my reading habits in the sense of I don't want to change my reading habits for someone else. My reading habits have changed organically over the years, and I'm sure they will again, but I don't want to change, for someone else. I don't want to create videos that are not me. However, there are many channels that I really admire. One person is Ruben from Two Readers It May Concern. I just always appreciate the way that he talks about books, the way that he talks about words and learning and educating yourself, the way that he talks about the beauty and the richness in words and books. I love that, and I appreciate the depth and nuance that he brings to his channel. I also, of course, have to shout out Ellen from the Ellen Made Book Club. She just feels so real and genuine in her videos, and like I could just sit down and have a cup of coffee with her and chat about books, and I love that genuineness that she has. And I love Mimi's channel and the way that she edits her videos. Her editing is amazing. I love how she edits. I have tried many different things for editing, and somehow it just doesn't seem to work, and I'm always back to like the very basic editing style, which I think I'm okay with, but also sometimes I'm like, why can't I get my editing to work? I don't know, honestly, but I love Mimi's editing. If I could combine Ellen's editing style and Mimi's editing style into like one third style, that's what I picture in my head. But it just doesn't work that way when I edit my videos. I love the ways that the Tortured Book Club have very nuanced and deep conversations about a lot of themes in the books that they read. I love And They Were Readers because they just always make me smile, they make me laugh, and I love that when I'm watching a YouTube video. So I feel like all of these channels, and there's so many others, that I just really admire so many aspects of who they are and aspects of their channel. And a lot of those things are things that I would like to bring to my channel too. Number 10, what's something you love about your channel? I love the people. I love the people who comment. I love the people that I have gotten to know. And I just really appreciate all of you for watching and liking and commenting and just creating a wonderful corner of YouTube. And last but not least, number 11, tag some other people. I'm gonna tag 5 people. I wanna tag Shanoa's Chapters, Michael Button Books, The Book Thing, The Book Dormer, and Coffee and a Book. If you guys would like to do this tag, I would love to hear your answers, and anyone else who wasn't specifically tagged, but if you want to do this tag, be like me, do the tag anyway. And until next time, happy reading.